Welcome to the weekly show about wrestling that's so sweet, it'll give you diabetes.
What is diabetes?
I don't know.
But we're going to give it to you. Diabetes for everyone. You get a diabetes. You get a diabetes. And everybody gets a diabetes.
We are recording this week's episode due to gremlins.
And because just like your favorite all-time era of wrestling, it's always better when it's pre-recorded.
I am your host, Sean the Heat/Heatmaker Walsh. This is my co-host, the smooth voice Sith, Ryan Perry. He thought I was going to say something else.
Thank you. You forgot to mention how many times Smarky Award-winning podcast journalist. But I forgive you,
It doesn't matter
Sean.
because the Smarkies are discontinued.
I forgive you. It doesn't matter. They still count. They still count.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about this week.
We do. We got
Since
a ton.
we were off last week.
We got a ton. And we're recording since we ain't live.
So we're going to run down SmackDown, the premiere episode on Fox. We're going to talk about last night's AEW and NXT shows. We're going to have Sean's favorite segment in the whole wide world. It's going to show back up later on this evening.
What wrestling taught me this week?
We also have our botch of the week.
Oh, a new bot. Brand new botch.
New botch. And we're going to be introducing my segment since we had a pay-per-view, Hell in the Cell. My segment, Fuck You, Dave, where I'm going to be rating every single one of the matches and then the pay-per-view overall. And we're going to talk about the great debate at 8:48, which is going to be next week live.
And
here.
not only one, but two side bets. Because 2 weeks ago, the last time we had an episode, an argument ensued afterwards, and it got a little heated.
Just a little.
Just a little heated. A little heated, and the gauntlet was thrown down.
It was. And I don't think either one of us is happy about what's going to happen if either one of us loses.
Should we talk about that?
But it's worth it. We'll talk about it when we get there. And ladies and gentlemen.
Should we get there now?
No. Well,
No,
no.
all right,
We'll get there.
all
We'll
right.
get there. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight me and Sean will be giving our mock drafts for Raw and SmackDown.
Yes, I will be taking SmackDown.
And I will be taking Raw. So it's Ryan's Raw and Sean's SmackDown.
See how that works?
It did. I don't think we planned it that way.
We didn't.
But
it
speaking of
just happened.
SmackDown, let's talk about SmackDown.
Let's talk about, because wrestling happened.
Wow. Where is the SmackDown sheet?
It should be right there, no?
I don't see it.
It should be.
Maybe you gypped me.
Maybe I did gyp you. No,
No, I don't see it, Sean.
no. Oh, no.
Off to a terrible start.
No
Sean.
SmackDown?
But I do recall the
Damn.
majority of SmackDown.
All right.
Let's talk about the big thing though first. Okay, let's just jump right. Let's just jump right to it. Brock Lesnar, Kofi Kingston.
10 seconds.
I think the official time was 9, wasn't
Well,
it?
9 seconds, whatever. What a beautiful thing it was.
I hate you. First of all, Kofi didn't deserve to go out like that.
Yes, he did.
He had a good title run. It didn't set the world on fire, but it wasn't abysmal. It was a solid 6 plus months of a title run that established Kofi as upper echelon. Now.
Kofi deserved to be deflated like the muscles in the middle of his chest.
Bullshit, and you know it.
No, it's not.
To do it that way, I get why they did it. It would have been nice. I mean, he lasted longer. What was it? The Beast in the East pay-per-view that they had, where it was him versus Brock when they were in Japan. They did that short pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 years ago, whatever the case was. It just was very disappointing to see it happen like that.
It wasn't disappointing at all.
And please, did we have to jump the title back to Brock? Him versus Cain Velasquez would draw regardless of a championship being involved. I don't understand the logic behind it.
Well,
Why
there's
make
talk
it?
now that Kane is injured.
Well, he probably is, but
Or
they're going
had
to milk.
surgery
They're
or
going to milk
something
the
like
shit
that.
out of it anyway, because that's what they do.
Well, that's a cash cow that deserves to be milked.
But my point is that they need to have it where the WWE Championship is involved. Like, is that a necessary thing for them to do if they were going to go that route anyway?
It's just one more time for Kane to beat him anyway.
I mean, here's the thing, though. everybody likes to draw this comparison about wrestlers and like, you know, who was it? Superstar Billy Graham was talking about Kofi doesn't look like a world champion and blah 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 blah, and he's too small, and that was a big argument about Daniel Bryan as well, and
But none of that matters,
and
though.
CM Punk, but apparently to some people it does. Cain Velasquez looks like shit. He looks like shit.
All right, I'll give you that.
He looks like I think Jericho actually tweeted about that recently, saying, "Hey, who's the skinny fat guy?" You know, he does. He doesn't look intimidating at all. Brock looked fucking huge next to him. I don't
But
buy
it just goes.
I don't care.
It just goes like in the world of UFC. It just goes to show you that
Yeah, but you know
Not
what? though?
necessarily
Then
the
that
muscular guy
argument,
wins
then
the
that
fight.
argument about guys and their size needs to be thrown out the window
Fix my mic wire. What's wrong with my mic wire?
because it's pointing down.
It wasn't on the table. It was in my pocket. Is that better? All right, that's better.
Because Sean is fucking a caveman over here.
Roar.
That's not what cavemen do.
How do you know? Have you
That's
seen a
just
caveman
not-
not do that?
That's just
Have you seen a caveman not do
fuck
that?
out of here.
So I'm right and wrong at the same time.
You're the worst. You're literally the worst. Why did I decide to come back? Why did I decide?
Because you could not live your life without me for an hour a week.
Why did I do
It's
this?
almost
Why did I do
like
this?
a porn movie.
Why did I do this? And I trust you to come up with the SmackDown results.
Oh
and,
my God! I missed one show.
You know, and this guy.
You know,
fucking
I had to write my
gyps
what
me
I had
over
to
here.
write my what wrestling taught me
Yeah,
this week.
I'm sure that strained your brain a little bit.
I had to
didn't it?
figure out what was going on with my draft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know, I work 9 to 5.
Keep going. Keep going.
No, that's pretty much it.
No, keep going.
All right. So wrestling happened,
Uh-huh.
and what are you looking at now?
What was your biggest gripe about Kofi's title run?
Then it lasted way too long.
But why? Like, what is your issue with Kofi being champion?
Like, there are people that he faced that should have won and didn't.
Like,
Randy Orton.
but do we need another fucking Randy Orton?
We need another Randy Orton title run.
I don't think we need it. I really don't. I mean, and it actually was a callback to the first major push Kofi was getting, which I enjoyed. I liked his feud with Randy Orton. I thought it was a decent feud.
I don't mind Kofi Kingston, but I mean, like, stay in your lane, bro.
Yeah, well.
Stay in your lane. Stay in that nice mid-card, upper mid-card lane.
Turn your fucking phone on vibrate?
Well, when when investigative stuff happens, I need to know about it.
Just turn it on vibrate. You'll feel the fucking table move.
I don't want to feel the
You're
table
the
move.
worst, Sean. The worst. You're a terrible, terrible human being. Anyways, before the show goes off the rails, we also had the ladder match between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens.
That was a miscarriage of justice.
In what sense?
In that Shane got fired.
Oh no. Oh no. Who gives a shit?
I give a
As
shit.
as if Shane's gonna stay away.
He's a McMahon.
As if he's gonna stay away.
Exactly. He will extract his revenge.
What else did we get? Well, we had a pretty decent Seth Rollins and Shinsuke match going for all of 2 minutes, which jumped right out of the box with that weird armbar like spinning fucking move Shinsuke dropped on Seth out of nowhere, which was fucking awesome. And then we had the Fiend show up, building up to the Hell in a Cell, which we will be reviewing in the Fuck You Dave segment. What else did we have? We had Becky and Charlotte. They went against Sasha and Bailey. And Charlotte made Bailey tap, right? That was the finish of that?
I believe so.
Yeah, so Bailey, his whole shift these last 3 weeks or whatever it is to heal has been fucking worthless because all she's done is fucking lose. Way to build a new heel.
Why would you turn Becky heel?
Bailey.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
See, she's forgettable already.
Yeah, I just think it doesn't fit her. They didn't do anything to her entrance. Like, she's literally the same character.
You're actually
just doing
killing your
bad
merchandise
things.
sales. Way
Probably.
to go. Way to go.
Probably. And then we also had a lumberjack match, right? That was a big one. It was Rowan and Reigns.
Yes.
Rowan versus Roman. Say that 20 times fast, Sean. Go.
No.
Anyways, forgettable. Kind of. I wasn't too keen on the Fox premiere of SmackDown.
But I love that Kofi lost in 9 seconds.
I do like the new stage.
The new sets are okay.
I like the new sets. I like how they, during the entrance, they actually are making it look like a legitimate sport.
I like how
was
you can
cool.
be thrown 3 feet up and roll down because it's curved at the bottom.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that?
No, I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. There's definitely some room in there for it to be enticing. We'll see what happens with the draft. That's clutch. But let's talk about Hell in the Cell, shall we, Sean?
Hell in the Cell, I loved it. It was like a bad deli sandwich. It was great when you started in the middle, and then you got to the stale bread at the end, and it absolutely made the whole thing suck.
Okay, cool. That's Sean's review. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and go match by match, and I'm going to give it a Davey rating.
Explain what the Davies are to those people who don't know.
Without saying last names, I have a segment, and it's called Fuck You, Dave. And we all know who we're talking about when I say Fuck You, Dave, and we talk about ratings.
Or you live under a rock.
So, Fuck You, Dave is our brand new segment. Do we have a graphic for the Fuck You, Dave? Can we throw that out there? Not that one.
It actually
says "Fuck You, Dave." I think there's a graphic
it's
for
the
that.
one right before that.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Go fuck yourself, Dave. Here's the graphic that I'd like to present. Boom. There it is. Go fuck yourself, Dave. Fuck you, Dave. So I'm going to be giving out Davies on a scale of 0 Davies to 5 Davies. So first we're going to talk about Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. This quite possibly could be the match of this, or the best women's match, I should say, of this year. I think this match was better than the main event at WrestleMania between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. They were very innovative. They did some new shit in the Hell in a Cell, which is cool because you don't see that so often.
That
for a
kendo
match
stick
that
on
you've
top
seen.
of it,
Yeah.
underneath the chair.
Shut the
spot.
fuck up. It's my segment, Sean. I'll ask for your fucking 2 cents at the end of each one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, this is a very passionate and energized segment, ladies and gentlemen, which is why I'm yelling at Sean, because he gets his own segment, and here I am with more Smarky Awards, and I don't have my own segment. Well, here it is. So Becky
You're not bitter.
against Sasha. I loved it. It was a great way to open the show. It gave me hopes that this show was going to be fucking phenomenal, especially thinking about the main event, that we knew it was going to be The Fiend and Seth Rollins. So I was very pleased with this match. I'm going to give it 4 Davies. 4 Davies, ladies and gentlemen, for Becky Lynch defeating Sasha Banks in the opening match at Hell in a Cell. 4 Davies, ladies and gentlemen.
And there they are.
There are the
debut of the Davies.
4 Davies. Next up, we had Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan up against Rowan and Harper. I guess they're not going by the Bludgeon Brothers anymore.
And I'm okay with that.
The match was okay. I know a lot of people were saying they really liked the match. It looked very choppy at a lot of parts, particularly with anything that highlighted Rowan in this match. It was okay. The finish was not what we expected. I think most people expected Daniel Bryan to go over to the dark side yet again.
That's what I really
turn
wanted.
On Roman, but it didn't happen. In fact, they hugged it out at the end. Harper was awesome in this match. Apparently, Reigns got hurt during some segment of this match. Daniel Bryan was excellent as always. Rowan really was the part that I had an issue with in this match. He was very choppy. Everything looked very, I don't want to say nonchalant, but it was just, it wasn't crisp, if that makes sense.
Crisp. Like a $50 bill.
Not every 50 is crisp, just so you know.
Most of them are, because,
So overall,
people can't
I'm
touch
going to
them.
give Reigns and Bryan defeating Rowan and Harper 3 Davies. Solid, nothing spectacular, nothing to write home
3.
about, but not bad by any means. Still gives
Why
me
does
hopes.
Can I ask a question
Yeah.
before you go on? Why does it look like Davey's been cucumbered?
I don't know. Moving right along, Randy Orton versus Ali. Now, this is the problem with this this pay-per-view.
The match happened.
Half of these matches had no billing, had no advertisement, They were just thrown together. Like, why is Randy Orton versus Ali in this match? Like, in this pay-per-view, there's no rhyme or reason. They've literally built towards 4 matches that got advertisement before the pay-per-view existed, and there was 8 matches on this card. So half the matches on this card, you didn't even know were going to happen. They were putting so much into their main event matches. Orton versus Ali, great match. Liked the match. Very solid. No flaws. Ali had the sickest counter of the RKO I've ever seen, where he literally did the handstand out of it, which was sick. I'm not going to hate on Ali. He's definitely one-dimensional as a character. You got to build him a little bit more. But the match was solid. There was no real flaws to it. It was nice and smooth. But because of the fact that there was no emotional investment, because there was no build towards this match, I'm going to give it another 3 Davies. So 3 Davies, once again, ladies and gentlemen, 3 Davies. But hey, that's not bad. We got a 4, a 3, a 3. We're moving, we're chugging along. And this is the part where the pay-per-view that goes to shit for me. Because you got the Kabuki Warriors, that's Asuka and Kairi Sane against Bliss and Cross. Again, a match that had no build towards it. It's just a women's tag team title match thrown out there for shits and giggles.
I was very entertained by the match.
I wasn't.
I'm talking during your segment.
I wasn't. I didn't really care. I like Bliss. I like Cross. I like Asuka. I like Kairi Sane. I think they're all talented wrestlers. I think they're great workers. This match just didn't seem like it was gelling. I do like the ending with the green mist. It's cool that we're getting to see a woman do that for a change, which is pretty cool. But overall, I wasn't really digging it. So, not terrible, not great. 2.5 Davies for the Kabuki Warriors becoming the new tag team champions over Bliss and Cross. 2.5. Moving right along.
2.5 Cucumber Davies. Sorry.
Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman defeating the OC. Again, another fucking match thrown out there. Yeah, there's some history between the Raiders and the OC, and the Raiders have been basically beating the shit out of them. Now you throw Braun Strowman into the mix. Who the fuck gives a shit? Again, wasting the OC.
Terrible misuse
Did anybody
want
to see? Did anybody want to see AJ and his boys basically get the shit kicked out of them again? I don't think so. They're basically done in my mind as a formidable faction at this point, so early into the reign. So overall, gonna give it 2 Davies. 2 Davies, the worst match of the night thus far. Just 2 Davies.
Thank God you said thus far.
We are going downhill rapidly, but there was a little bit of hope. Hey, things could come back a little bit. Chad Gable or Shorty Gable, whatever you want to call him now, which
Chad Gable.
Personally, I don't care. Shorty Gable works just as fine as Chad.
No.
It does, because it at least gives you some sort of character. Against King Corbin, it's a repeat. We've seen this match about 4 times. The difference in this one, Shorty Gable comes out on top.
I could call
I'm
it a piece
cool
of
with
shit
that.
a diamond, and it still
You know,
smells and
but
looks
the match
bad.
wasn't bad. Match wasn't bad. It keeps it going. It gives him a little bit of character, which is he desperately needs. King Corbin fills his role well. 2.5 Davies. So we're trending back upwards. We're getting there. We're going. We're moving right along. We're trying to build back to a respectable pay-per-view with 2 matches left to go. Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. We've seen the match before. It's a different twist because Bayley's the heel. It is what it is. It wasn't a bad match. I'm not happy with the finish because I'm just over Charlotte being the fucking women's champion.
Thank God somebody else said it.
But the match itself wasn't bad. Bayley just doesn't work as a heel to me. But she was doing some heel shit, so I'll give her credit for trying. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give it right in the middle. 3 Davies. 3 Davies for this match. So again, we're trending back up. Trending back up, ladies and gentlemen. 3 Davies for this. And then we get to the main event, which I was super stoked for. Fucking Bray Wyatt's entrance. I know we saw it at SummerSlam. It's still fucking dope as shit watching it for a second time.
I can't get enough of it.
He's so fucking over. It doesn't matter who you put him in the ring with. He's going to be the fucking guy that they want to see win. They hot-shotted this whole fucking feud. They shouldn't have done that in the first place, especially if you see the ending, and they clearly boxed themselves into a booking corner. Right off the bat, can we never, ever again do the red lighting? The red lighting from Kane 1997, it just sucks. You can barely see what's going on. It's fucking garbage. It was unnecessary. It ruined
That
the whole atmosphere
That
of the
should
match
have been
for me.
foreshadowing that the whole thing was just going to make you want to
Yeah, wasn't happy. The match itself, I liked the Bray no-selling. A lot of shit. He was taking a lot of offense. It didn't seem to have any effect on him. I'm okay with that. Seth was great with his facial expressions and his mannerisms. It's the finish.
How do you end Hell in a Cell like that?
The fucking finish was god-awful. Not to mention, if it's a fucking no contest, right? And it's basically because of what the champion's doing, shouldn't the title go to the guy that was the challenger? Like, the ref stopped it, basically, for what reason? Because it was too brutal?
But the title can only change hands by pinfall or submission.
They also spoiled it when they threw out a poll earlier in the week saying, how do you think the fucking match is going to end? And they had DQ in that, and people were like, what the fuck, DQ in a Hell in a Cell?
How do you end Hell in a Cell any other way than pinfall or submission?
It made no fucking sense
if you
whatsoever.
had a time constraint, like I read somewhere, if you have a time constraint and you let Seth pin the guy then, what if that was your intent, then let that happen.
They booked themselves into a corner
If
with this
Bray
match.
got injured in the middle of the match, just fucking end it and you can go back to it.
Is it my fucking segment or yours?
Sorry. I'm just really heated about a Hell in a Cell match.
Anyways, Seth versus Bray, we're going to give one solid Davey.
Because you've now ruined Hell in a Cell for me for fucking ever.
One Davey. Overall, Hell in a Cell, because of the mixed bag, I'm going to say it's kind of down the middle. We're going to give Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view 3 Davies overall, mainly because of the opening match with Becky and Sasha, and there were some decent other matches in there, Randy Orton, Ali. And
Can I give an overall rating?
You could go right ahead, Sean. But you don't give him any Davies. He gets no fucking Davies.
I give the pay-per-view an absolute fucking 0.
You're awful. And
I'm
you're
not
biased.
awful.
You're letting one fucking match.
That's right, because the end fucking... There it is.
No, he doesn't get any fucking Davies. It's my fucking segment.
Because the end fucking ruined
Son of a bitch.
It could have been the best fucking sandwich in the world, but that stale, moldy, breaded ending just fucking killed it.
You're the worst.
Killed it.
You're the
I'll
worst.
never...
You're so impartial.
It'll be a while before I go back to that deli again. Just like
You're like the fucking Mitch McConnell of
You've ruined
wrestling
Hell in a Cell for me
podcasts.
for a while. Like, oh wait, there's a Hell in a Cell match happening next week? I don't give a shit.
Well, I think they're gonna have to explain how the fuck that ending, because they didn't do shit on Raw. You didn't see either one of them.
Nobody
on Raw.
has said anything other than the referee, but we'll get to that later.
Stop slamming the goddamn table, Sean. Justin's gonna come over here and punch you in your little fucking tiny nipples if you slam on the table one more time. You piece of shit.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on to Raw, which was the most fucking forgettable episode of Raw I've ever fucking witnessed.
Apparently, 200,000 plus people thought so.
Yeah, this is fucking awful. Nobody gives a shit about this Natty and Lacey Evans feud.
I would have given a shit about it if they put more time into it.
They basically beat the shit out of this one. Nobody cares. Natty picked up a win. Oh, look and behold, the Viking Raiders look fucking unstoppable yet again. Yet they haven't really done anything.
Way to push Ziggler and Rude. Way to do it.
Yeah, so the Viking Raiders beat the tag team champions in a non-title match. Aleister Black popped up. Hey, nice to know he's still fucking around, lurking somewhere.
I can't get enough of that guy.
They need to use him more. He beat the shit out of both the Singh brothers because, I guess without Jinder.
Because that's Aleister Black.
Yeah, well, I guess without Jinder, the Singh brothers are basically just fodder. The OC finally picked up a goddamn fucking win. Unfortunately, it was against the Lucha House Party, which hasn't won a fucking match since they've basically been a fucking team. And then the Kabuki Warriors defeated Lynch and Flair. Lynch and Flair seemed to have some sort of quarrel in the Miz TV segment prior to it. I don't know.
Forgettable.
I don't give a shit about a Becky Lynch Charlotte Flair fucking match.
Nope, I don't either.
I really don't. Unless they're gonna make the women's title a fucking.
Unless they're gonna unify it.
Yeah.
But that isn't gonna fucking happen because
yeah.
Fox and USA are different.
So yeah, one of the worst fucking Raws I've ever witnessed. And again, no Bray, no Seth.
It was so. That's because of the fucking debacle from the night before. It was so miserable
That may
that I
have-
had to look up the results
That-
because I forgot them.
Is it the worst pay-per-view ending you've ever seen, though?
Yes.
Is it? Because there's been some bad ones.
Like, name one.
The Big Show's debut at St. Valentine's Massacre was pretty bad when he threw
You think that
Stone-
was bad?
He threw Stone Cold out of the fucking cage. And
It
Yeah,
was
pretty
clever.
shit. It's like, hey, way to make your fucking debut by fucking up.
It was clever.
Yeah, it was like the Shockmaster of planned fucking.
Well, you were billing Big Show as a big fucking dumb animal anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That pay-per-view always sticks out in my mind. That's
You-
terrible.
You later build him as the muscle, like
Triple H,
without a brain.
Jericho, main eventing WrestleMania, trying to follow Hogan and The Rock. That was pretty fucking bad.
Well, I mean, like, all right, you followed Hogan and The Rock.
Yeah, that finish was fucking pretty bad though. Like, oh, Triple H wins. Who gives a shit? The Miz and John Cena's WrestleMania match was a pretty bad fucking.
Anything with the word Miz attached to it is enough for me.
that was a pretty shitty fucking ending as well.
But no, that Hell in a Cell was by far and away the shittiest.
Sheamus winning the
Ending.
Royal Rumble over Jericho that one year. That was pretty fucking shitty.
Still not shittier than the Hell in a Cell.
That was there's well, you're just these wounds are fresh.
It's still Hell in a Cell was a great big pile of
These
steaming
wounds are
shit.
fresh. So, anyways, NXT, AEW last night. AEW won the first week. What was it, 1.4 to 0.8, right?
And then the ratings dipped for both shows this week.
But not so much for NXT. I mean, they only lost, what, 60,000?
Right.
And AEW lost like 400,000, close to that number.
Yeah.
So, and here's the argument. These ratings really don't matter. Until WWE says, hey, guess what? NXT, we're not going to show you, it's not going to be available to the network until the following week. To give you a reason to tune in to NXT Live on the USA Network, right? These ratings really don't matter. Until WWE is willing to pull that shot out of their holster,
As far as I'm concerned, NXT is still the better show.
I thought NXT's had two superior shows, despite the ratings, to AEW. I thought they killed it the first week. That wasn't even fucking close. This week was a little bit closer, but I still think NXT had the better show. Let's talk about NXT. There was only one thing in there that I didn't really give a shit about, and that was their opening match.
Oh, I didn't give a shit about that either. Because, Leo Rush is dead to me.
I don't get it. I don't understand how Leo Rush gets a reward for basically being a douchebag backstage. And
or
Drew-
being a douchebag on Twitter. We don't know
or
anything
either
that
or.
happens backstage.
So they must be really fucking scared to be able to push that guy, afraid that he'll jump ship somewhere. I don't know.
Would that matter?
Rhea Ripley's fucking awesome though.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Rhea Ripley is definitely a fucking superstar in the making.
Badass.
Uh,
It's a nice slow burn to the title though.
if
They're
she just
doing it
keeps,
right.
if they
They're doing it right.
if she just keeps mauling over all these other females, then great, because
They're doing it right instead of belting her right away. They're doing it right. Congratulations, NXT Creative.
she's decent on the mic. She can go in the ring. She's got a unique look, and she's different than every other
And
girl.
she's
on
got
the
a
roster.
nice offensive moveset.
Yes.
And I mean that. I mean that.
Her finishers, the Riptide thing. I could.
But the one she used on Wednesday night to get
Leah.
to get her to tap out was
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
that was
definitely cool.
fucking badass.
Riptide, though, I can live with that. It's not the greatest finish in the world. Forgotten Sons, they defeated Breezango.
I'm over the whole. Ever since Aces and Eights, I'm over the whole fucking
Biker
motorcycle gang gimmick.
I just don't think these guys have it,
Yeah.
like any of them. And I think that's the problem, and probably why they're forgotten about. Because I don't think any of them have that X factor that's going to make them stand out. Breezango is Breezango. I mean, they're going to do their thing.
I'm a little disappointed that they're on the NXT roster, though. I mean, I get it. I get it from a business standpoint. I get it, but I'm still a little disappointed that they're there. They belong. They belong on one of the main shows.
Yeah, but I get why. But you know what though? They've been, you know,
They've been apart for a while. I said
revitalized.
I get that whole thing, but like, they deserve a spot on the main shows.
Yeah, but
Even if you can call can you call Raw and SmackDown the main shows anymore? Now that NXT is nationally syndicated.
yeah. They're still doubling the numbers that NXT are doing.
No, I mean,
So
the numbers will come in time once everybody gets turned on to say,
here's
hey,
probably
look how
an
great
unpo-
NXT is.
Here's an unpopular opinion. I don't give a shit about Cameron Grimes.
I'm over it.
Not even a fucking tiny bit. I don't see anything special with him. Can he work in the ring? Sure. Do I give a shit about his fucking jumping foot stop finish over in 3 seconds? I don't really care.
I'm not terribly invested in him like I am some of the other talent on the roster.
I don't give a shit. I don't think he's anything special in the making. Prove me wrong. Roderick Strong versus fucking
That match was
Swerve
gold.
was dope.
Gold.
That match was dope. I love the Velveteen Dream thing with the couch and everything. That was pretty fucking hilarious.
That match was pure gold. Like I'd watch that match 10 times tomorrow.
That's probably the best match of the night.
And of all of Wednesday night.
Most likely, yes. Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai. I said it last time. I don't care about Dakota Kai. Make me care about her. I don't. There's nothing about her that screams, oh, you know what? I want to see this girl wrestle.
Even the women's division needs mid-carders.
You know, Bianca Belair, I dig. I think she has a bright future. She needs a little bit more polishing and some seasoning, but that comes in time. But I really do think she could be one of the top dogs in the women's division for years to come because she's young enough. And then finally, the main event, Walter versus Kushida.
I'm sorry, who?
Kushida.
Oh.
Isn't that how you say his name?
Yes, it is.
It was pretty much what I expected it to be. You know, you were going to have Walter keep a slower pace. You're going to have Kushida try to pick up the pace, do a lot of that flippy bullshit and a lot of kicks and whatnot. I do like the finish. I was getting nervous. I thought Walter was going to lose here, and I was like, that would be a terrible fucking mistake to have Walter lose here.
Yeah, we were just AEW twice.
I really, really think that would have been a terrible mistake, and I was getting nervous that it was happening, but that could also be good storytelling, which gives more props to this match. Solid match. Still like the Strong Swerve match better, but this was really fucking good as well.
Yeah, that was probably like almost right behind. Like, if we were giving Roderick's the Strong match 5 stars, then we were giving this one like 3.
I wasn't giving. You got no Davies. I'm not rating Davies on.
I'm not
on these. Stop trying to fucking jack my segment.
I'm not
Sean.
jacking your segment.
Now moving over, flipping the channel to AEW. Here was a show I didn't give a fuck about whatsoever, at all, except for one match, and it was the opening match.
I loved how Private Party went over on the Young Bucks. Go for you, Private Party. Go for you. Go get yours.
Match was good. I can't believe I'm saying a Young Bucks match was good.
That's because Private Party, like, shone.
But the match was good. They didn't go over the fucking top. Like, they actually tried to wrestle using their strengths, which is all you could really ask for. After that, I didn't give a shit, though.
What the fuck is the Inner Circle, and who cares?
I don't mind the Inner Circle. I don't mind the name. I don't understand why
it's like Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, I don't really.
You're not in my inner circle.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't bother me. I think if you're going there, I think you're just showing your age, Sean.
I am showing my age, and I'm damn proud of it. Because if Chris Jericho can be the world fucking champion, then I can show my age and say how the Inner Circle fucking sucks as a fucking faction name.
I'm okay with the Inner Circle as a name. It's easy and digest, and it makes sense. I don't understand the Miley Cyrus of AEW, Sammy Guevara being involved in it. With the whole fucking tongue sticking out of his fucking face thing.
There was other people doing that too in the Inner Circle. Like Ortiz.
Here's the other thing too.
Like you were hungry or something.
AEW is so caught up on WWE. They are so like, we gotta poke the bear, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do it.
Did you see that shit with Jack Swagger? I mean, what's his fucking name now?
It's so fucking... Yo, you know what? The second you start worrying about what the other guys are doing, you've already lost. Right? AEW, this fucking whole show, second week, minus the one match,
I don't know. I kind of like the Moxley.
Would you stop fucking cutting me off?
I don't talk enough. Now I'm talking too much.
Now you are. You're talking over when I'm making points.
Go ahead,
go
make
ahead,
your points.
Sean. No, go ahead. You want to be the superstar of the show, Sean.
I enjoyed the Moxley versus Spears match.
Oh, that's it? Are you done?
Yeah,
That's it?
yeah, that's
You're
it.
finished?
Yep.
All that just to tell me you enjoyed the one fucking match?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. AEW's second show felt like watching the fucking Braves in the first inning of Game 5 in the NLDS. It was a fucking disaster. A disaster. Moxley and Spears, while it might have been a decent match, who the fuck cares about Dean Ambrose versus fucking Ty Dillinger, right? When all Ty Dillinger has ever fucking done his entire fucking 3 months in AEW has hit Cody Rhodes in the head with a chair and got busted open the hard way. Other than that, he's contributed absolutely zip, zilch, zero, nada, jack shit. Not invested. Whatsoever. Don't care how many fucking legendary fucks you bring out to ringside with you. Doesn't fucking matter. Jon Moxley, wow, great. I'm watching Dean Ambrose in tights. Who the fuck cares? I don't.
No, Jon Moxley.
I don't.
Than Dean Ambrose.
Oh, Darby Allin and Jimmy Havoc, two fucking paper bags wrestling each other, and they can't go fucking hardcore because that's the only fucking trick that they have. Didn't give a shit. Match fucking sucked balls. Felt flat. Nobody cares. Oh, Britt Baker and Riho, a fucking watered down, fucking shittier version of fucking Kairi Sane against B. Presley and fucking who? Who the fuck is Sakura? Who the fuck is this? I'm an American. I don't follow that Japanese bullshit smart mark fucking wrestling.
That's racist.
I don't give a shit. It's terrible. That's why it's not fucking popular over here, because it's fucking garbage. Because they all have the same fucking gimmick and they do the same fucking strikes. Nobody gives a fuck. Match sucked too, by the way. And then the fucking main event, a tag match. You had 5 fucking matches on this show. But they're so much better than the E, man. They're so much better.
Simply not.
And not to mention, can I just throw this out there, and I'm sure this is going to be a very unpopular opinion as well. Jim Ross isn't Jim Ross. It's almost like he's watching this and saying to himself, live, what the fuck is happening? This is not wrestling. What the fuck am I watching? It's not that good. Continue now.
Did you think that Tony, I'm not...
I can't believe Tony Schiavone is the best fucking commentator they have right now.
I'm not sold on that whole team. Maybe Excalibur, but he's got little nuggets of like he contributes little nuggets.
Excalibur is there to basically guide these old guys into what the fucking moves are called now. Because they're not what they were called in 1996 anymore.
NXT is a much, much
It is
better
a
brand
way
right now.
better defined, polished product. And I hope AEW fucking gets their shit together. But this fucking hype is exactly just that. It's just hype right now. Show me something. Make me give a shit. I can't believe I'm over here basically being Running Radio's Jim Cornette. And just shitting all over something that I want to succeed, desperately want to succeed. If not for just as a wrestling fan, but for people I actually know who are there. Oh, and by the way, MJF, can you pick a fucking side? Are you a fucking heel or are you a fucking face? Because it's driving me fucking nuts.
What's wrong with Cody's best friend?
It's awful.
It's not awful.
It's fucking shit-tastic.
All right,
Let's get to this mock draft.
Let's move
but
on.
But before we get to the mock draft, let's explain it. So I'm going to draft guys to Raw. And
Right.
if I have more picks that are correct than Sean, who drafts guys to SmackDown, does, then on the week 4 of the Great Debate at 8:48,
which is starting next week.
Starting next week, week 4, we're not going to put up a poll on who gets to go for or against. The winner of this draft, this mock draft, will get to decide, once the topic is selected, what they're going to do, whether they're going to be for or against it. It's something simple, something minor, just having a little bit of fun of it. But before we get to the draft, let's talk about the big bet that's going to take place at the Survivor Series.
Survivor Series! An argument, like we reported earlier, 2 weeks ago ensued between Ryan and myself. I don't even fucking remember what it was about, but it got pretty heated, it did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this was supposed to be about Hell in a Cell, but thank fucking goodness that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, it got so heated that, ladies and gentlemen, I have put my hair on the line against this bet.
This wispy, thinning, receding hair is on the line.
Here's how it's going to go. Is we're going to print the pro wrestling scorecards for Survivor Series. We will then, the week before Survivor Series, make live predictions based on the score sheet. The person with the most points wins the bet. If I lose, Ryan and up to 2 other people get to shave my head bald.
Live.
The first show in January.
First show of 2020, baby.
I have a wedding to go to in November, and I was told that I cannot shave my head before then.
Because Sean doesn't wear the pants in his family. Because that's how that
If
goes.
Ryan loses, Ryan will have to do my weekly segment, which is what I learned in wrestling this week. As I write it, he will have to read it in a dress and full feminine makeup.
Which isn't going to happen. So get used to seeing Sean bald come 2020.
It's not going to be.
We're shaving his head live on Running Radio in 2020. It's happening. I've been begging.
Hashtag Ryan in makeup.
Nope. Hashtag bald Shawnee.
And don't think for a solitary second that he will not look like some crack whore who walks on 42nd Street by the time we're done with him.
No. You're going to be bald, Sean. Let's just put it that way.
You're going to look like somebody who
You're
works
going to
under
be
a bridge
fucking
in
bald.
Amityville.
So anyways, let's close the show with this mock draft.
Oh, we can't close the show with a mock draft. We still have one more segment.
Nobody cares. I'm going to talk all over it like you did mine, you fuck.
I hope you do.
Or do you want to show the botch? Or do you want to show the botch
Oh,
first?
the botch of the week.
Let's show the botch real quick.
Welcome to the new segment called Botch of the Week. At least
Yeah,
until
because
we
we're not
find a
original
bit of
enough.
Nate. Until we
So
find
I
a bit
think
of Nate.
Justin's got the video. So let's just show it.
Let's show it quick because it's a great start to a new
Big
segment.
swing and well.
Just a bit outside.
And that got zero Davies.
Zero Davies for that botch of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a bit outside.
That was a big bada swing and a miss. Bada.
Why? I
Just
can't
don't sell it. Just don't sell it. It didn't make contact. Don't sell it as a worker.
That was from WrestleBotch.com, as clearly you saw in the video.
So, anyways, okay.
Mock draft.
Mock draft. You want rock, paper, scissors live, even though we're not live or pre-recorded on who gets the first pick? Come on, Sean. Let's do a rock, paper, scissors, Sean.
All right, let's do it.
Bet 2 out of 3?
All right.
2 out of 3, right?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. All right, I got 1. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, I got. All right, so we're gonna snake this, right? So if I go 1, you get 2 and 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, guess what? I don't want 1. I want 2 and 3. So you get the first pick, Sean.
And on SmackDown.
On SmackDown.
On SmackDown, right.
Don't look at my cheat sheet.
I don't need your cheat sheet.
So remember, whoever gets the most picks correct to their particular brand, not necessarily like I could argue that I think
is anybody in game? Is anybody like fair game?
anybody's fair game, and will allow tag teams to be drafted together.
Okay.
So Sean gets pick number 1. We're gonna do 20 each. This is gonna go fairly quickly though.
My first pick is Roman Reigns.
So Roman Reigns for Sean to SmackDown. I am going to go Seth
wrong.
Rollins to Monday Night Raw. And then I'm going to follow up with Becky Lynch to Monday Night Raw.
I'm going to go second. I'm going to go Drew McIntyre.
What? You're going to go fucking Drew McIntyre on your
Yep.
second pick to fucking SmackDown? All right, who's next? Remember, it's the Snake, so you got to...
Oh, right. So I get the third pick.
Mhm.
Let's take.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
No,
Well,
not
this is
this
not the
one.
haircut one, Justin. Don't worry.
I'm gonna take. Let's see. Who would I take? I'll take Sasha Banks.
Wow. I'm going to take somebody who I actually don't think is going to Raw, but it's just to block Sean from getting a point. I'm going to take Brock Lesnar to Raw because I really do think he's going to SmackDown. I am also going to take Ricochet to Raw.
All right. I'm going to take the New Day. And the New Day and Bray Wyatt. That's
Okay.
just block Ryan.
I'm going to take Baron Corbin to Raw. I'm also going to take Aleister Black to Raw.
That's a sound choice. I'm going to take Rey Mysterio. And I'm going to take Becky Lynch.
No, I already took Becky.
You took Becky Lynch?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll take Charlotte Flair.
Oh, well, fuck you, Sean. I'm going to take Daniel Bryan to Raw. And I'm also going to take Randy Orton to Raw with my 7th and 8th picks.
I'm going to take Rude. And I'm going to select Carmella.
Wow, Carmella? Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I'm going to take Shinsuke Nakamura to Raw with pick number 9. I'm a little thrown off because Sean did take one of my picks that I thought was going to go. I'm also going to take Rusev to Raw.
Ooh, nice.
Who do you think is winning right now so far?
I don't know. I'm going to take AOP.
Son of a bitch. You look at my sheet.
No, I didn't. And I'm also going to take... I'm also going to take, because I think they're going to move and I don't want Ryan to get them, I'm also going to take the Street Profits.
Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to take, because I think he's actually going to SmackDown, but I'm going to take AJ Styles to Raw, just to block Sean from a point. I'm also going to take, let's see. I'm going to take the Viking Raiders to Raw.
I am going to take the OC. And I'm going to take... Lacey Evans.
I could actually see that. I think she was actually on my list of mock draft towards SmackDown anyway. Let's see. I'm going to take Elias to Raw because, you know, we all want to walk with Elias. I am also going to take Braun Strowman to Raw.
You're thinking he was going to stay there. That was the easy pick.
Possibly. But then again, I could see him going to Fox with the whole Tyson Fury thing going on. That's a very distinct possibility.
I'm going to take. Let's see. I'm gonna take. Who do you have for Raw so far?
So far, my picks have been Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Brock Lesnar, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, AJ Styles, Viking Raiders, Elias, and Braun Strowman, which totally shits on your roster, by the way. Just want to say, if we were actually drafting, my roster would be so much more fucking stacked than yours. But that's not the game we're playing.
Right. I'm going to take.
Should have came prepared, Shawnee boy.
No, it's just.
With your 2 picks.
I'm gonna take John Cena.
What the fuck?
You know, he says he's semi-retired.
What the fuck?
Still stops him from going to Raw.
Jesus Christ.
Willing to give up a point for that.
Oh boy.
And I'm also gonna.
That ain't happening, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't going nowhere.
And I'm also gonna take.
He ain't going nowhere. Sean's already lost this one. It ain't rocket science. Here, you want a cheat sheet?
No,
Here.
I don't need a cheat sheet.
Here you go. Here's a cheat sheet. You could borrow my cheat sheet. Does that make you feel better?
No.
Okay, we'll pick somebody already.
I'm gonna take Apollo Crews.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna take Alexa Bliss. And I'm gonna take Nikki Cross because I don't think they're breaking him up just yet. Continue.
I'm gonna take R-Truth.
I could actually see that, yeah.
And I'm gonna take. Fuck it, I'll split them up. I'll take Eric Rowan.
Rowan, okay. Well, I don't think Harper is really that important, so I'm not going to waste it. But I'm going to take The Miz to Raw.
Thank God.
I'm also going to take Dolph Ziggler to Raw, breaking up our little Raw Tag Team Champions.
I got 3 more picks.
You do. You do.
I'm bringing the revival of SmackDown.
I could see them sticking around.
And I'm also going to take Bobby Lashley.
All right, so with my last 2 picks, fuck it. I'm taking Samoa Joe to Raw.
That was my last pick.
Well, tough shit. I'm also going to take Ali to Raw.
Okay.
Because I could see them giving him a change of scenery.
And I get 1 more pick. And who is it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Who is it going to be, Sean?
I'm gonna go a little out of the box.
Who are you going to go out of the box with?
Way out of the box.
Come on.
I'm going Edge.
To Smack? Wow. Okay. So, we'll keep this list. We'll actually keep it on this truck since I went with both of ours. All right.
Okay.
We'll keep it somewhere safe on the Running Radio home. And next week we'll go over, since the draft is tomorrow night and Monday night, and I'm sure they'll do something online too to fill out the rest of the roster for all the guys who aren't worthy enough of TV time to be drafted. But yeah, we'll see who wins. And remember, this is for the 4th week's great debate at 8:48. The winner of this mock draft.
Wait. Are we picking not only the topic, but who's for and who's against?
No. Just who. Once the topic is selected, what you want to be, or what you want your opponent to be, basically.
Okay. All right.
Remember to vote. There's a poll up still about the first ever great debate at 8:48, which is next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Or next Thursday. I'm sorry.
Next Thursday. Right.
We got to get off of the Wednesdays. We're not on Wednesdays anymore. And we'll go from there. So
right. See, that's your sweet thinking. That's why you have diabetes.
Yeah, it's going right to my brain. This diabetes, right to my brain. So yeah. So with that said, I think we're good to close the show.
Nope.
Son of a bitch! I thought I was gonna get away with it.
It's time for what wrestling has taught me this week. Are you ready?
I am.
Number 1.
Number 1. I'm going to talk all over your segment like
Go
that
ahead.
was mine.
Go ahead, shoot. AEW claimed the arena for this week's episode of Dynamite was sold out. Really? Was Dustin selling tickets to the Ghost in his clothes again? Number 2.
Womp womp.
I'm telling you, Triple H, he'll kick out from 12 stomps. It'll be great. Then we'll let the match end on some strange stoppage rule. The universe will eat it up. Number 3. Fall asleep during an independent wrestling show with Stan Styles on the card, and you too may end up with a face full of white stuff. Number 4.
Your dirty mind.
The Raw viewership after Hell in a Cell was down 200,000 plus viewers. These people that missed the show were still on social media complaining about the night before. Sunlight, employment, running water against your body coupled with the application of soap products. These are just a few of the things more important than a 48-hour tirade on social media about wrestling. Number 5. When asked about the attendance at the AEW show, MJF thought to himself that he knew for sure that he sent those tickets to his fan club and his friends back home. Quickly snapping back, he blamed the ghosts in Dustin's clothes. Number 6. AEW did a classy thing by giving the promotion's first women's champion, Rio, a bracelet to commemorate her win. Wait, what? That's the belt? My grandmother would proudly wear that on her summer dress. It's so small.
Oh my God. That was pretty fucking good, actually.
Number 7. Rusev became an American citizen this week. He quickly learned that his first American male lesson, that a cute blonde girl from Florida and a Midwest tornado have a lot in common. It's all sucking and blowing in the beginning, and then you lose your house. Number 8, and the last one. Rob Zapata, the referee from the Universal title match at Hell in a Cell, desperately tried to explain why he stopped the match. That wasn't meant to be stopped until there was a clear winner. The hate with the WWE Universe is so intense, he now must enter arenas wearing a Donald Trump or Michael Jackson mask so no one will recognize him. And that is what wrestling has taught me this week.
We'll go like this. Your first few were... They get 0 Davies, your first few. 0 fucking Davies, Sean. That one about the fucking women's championship, 5 fucking Davies. That was hilarious. We'll give that 5 motherfucking Davies. This is Justin's favorite new thing, giving out Davies. He loves it. So stoked about it. Okay, so are we good now, Sean? We got this?
We can now close the show.
Okay, so next week, hopefully, we'll be live for your viewing pleasure on Facebook and all that fun other social media thingy bobs and whatnot.
Bikes!
Bikes. Lots and lots of bikes.
We'll have bikes.
So until then, thank you for tuning in. And Sean, I'll let you do the rest.
This is Runnin' Radio. This is my co-host, Ryan, the smooth voice Bean Perry. This is Justin from QuickCast, who gets to put up with us every single week. For the smooth voice Sith and for the heel Sean Walsh, this is Runnin' Radio. Get in, get over. See you next week.
I hate your fucking face. It's stupid.